No, Donald Trump, absolutely not. Your crap about having done more for the American people than their parents. What a load of crap. Now, I want to just kind of make something totally clear to you, Mr. Donald. I don't give a rat's ass about your golden commode and all that gold chicken shit you got all over the White House. I don't give a flying damn about your ballroom and your gilded freaking 747 and the fact you bought 250 Escalades to ferry you and your triage there, your troop around. Let's see. I don't give a freaking rat's ass at all about the death of Lindsey Graham. He was a disgusting human being. And let's see, all these other Chabadian, Lubavitch, Zionist Jew sons of bitches, like Zelensky, I don't care about his ass. I saw you met with him in private there in the White House, and you've got that internationally wanted mass murderer, Milikowski, over for fun and games. That disgusting son of a bitch belongs in a jail cell with you and Hillary and blowjob Billy Bob Clinton and the Bushes and Obama. Yup, you people are the most disgusting criminals that have ever come down the pike in U.S. history. Now, to make things perfectly clear, all the great big banks and all the little medium-sized banks and even the little small banks have been caught pants down laundering gargantuan amounts of money, using subprime predatory mortgages and other predatory financial schemes and scams. Because you see, they can take the dirty money and mingle it in with clean money, and then they can loan it out from Europe and Asia on American mortgages, moving the asset from Asia and Europe into the United States. And then because of the absurd, ridiculous pricing structures and interest structures and the rocket dockets and the predatory foreclosure mechanisms, presto changeo, the dirty money becomes clean, freshly repossessed real estate assets. And this is in the commercial markets and the residential markets. See, that's what Jeff Epstein was doing. He was laundering money with Trump and the Clintons and the Bushes, and that's all Epstein was a big money launderer. And if you got any problems with that, well, you get a hold of Senator Ron Wyden and Congressman Robert Garcia, just for starters. And then, of course, get a hold of my old friend. She goes way, way, way back. Get a hold of Cat Wolford. Yeah, the bank liquidation specialist, also known as the White Elephant Lady. Yep, you see, ladies and gentlemen, my parents were in the real estate development business. My parents were in, real estate brokering. And, in upstate New York, my father knew all the mobsters. He had to deal with them. That's all there was to it. He had a coin machine business, and he had his cigarette machines and his pool tables, his shuffle boards and his pinball games, all out in the taverns and ice houses. The bar rooms. Yeah, lots of restaurants. And then he had Muzak, and all his Muzak was installed in a lot of the supermarkets and banks and et cetera, so on and so forth. So my dad was, he was savvy. Todd Blanche, Cash Patel, J.D. Vance, Donald the John Trump. Yeah. My father was fairly sophisticated, savvy. He was also a intelligence officer in the United States Navy. He was a fighter pilot, chief petty officer. Had a photographic memory, Donald Trump. In other words, he could keep track of details, and he knew how to count, subtract, divide, and multiply. Yeah, that's for damn sure. My father was not a stupid man, and neither am I. And I got a message for you, Donald Trump. There's people here in the United States that are suffering and suffering badly. And you take that gold-plated commode that you got in the White House and you jam it right up your ass along with your golden freaking plated ballroom and all your other gold-plated chicken shit. What an absolute thief. You're a thief, Donald Trump. And you're a lying pile of crap, just like your buddy Hillary Clinton and Billy Bob the Blowjob. Y'all are freaking world-class bullshit artists. And I know there's people who don't like me for telling the truth. I got a message for them. Take a fucking hike. Get off my planet. All these maggots, these MAGA morons, MAGA idiots, degenerate slobs, they're just like Hillary, the Benghazi bitch. Just like Hillary, destroying 33,000 emails. Just like Jeff Epstein and the boys. Jeff Epstein and the Mossad. Jeff Epstein and the company, the money launderers. Follow the money launderers, and then you're going to discover what a pile of corrupt chicken shit we got running the White House. Right? Faking all the paperwork. Imagine that. Faking them. The links and the information you need are posted below. And if anybody wants to challenge me on my money laundering observations, feel free to make comments. Feel free to make an intelligent response. And let's talk about how billions upon billions upon billions are stolen and then laundered. Like BB&T Bank and Taylor Bean and Whitaker and Superior Bank and let's see, Lincoln Savings and Loan, Madison S&L, and oh God, the list just goes on and on and on. From Danske Bank to Deutsche Bank, JP Morgan Chase, Citibank, Credit Suisse, Wells Fargo, and on and on and on. UBS, HSBC, Barclays, all the great big money laundering banks, right, Donald the John Trump? How'd all them banks launder all that money, ladies and gentlemen? Let's get down to brass tacks. Read the links below. And then you'll discover why Donald Trump gets so many campaign donations. And the Clintons get so many campaign donations. And Joe Biden and this Kamala Harris, why she's drowning in campaign donations. Yeah, all the crooks. All the crooked banks, all the crooked lawyers. See, these sons of bitches got more ABA card lawyers covering their tracks. Lots and lots and lots of lawyers helping them cover it up. Right, Todd Blanche? Right, J.D. Vance? Kash Patel? Pam Bondi? Yeah. Damn, this stuff been going on since, Ed Meese, Janet Reno, Ashcroft, Schneiderman, that clown from Humble, Texas there, Gonzalez, Alberto Gonzalez, Loretta Lynch, I forget that other. It'll come to me here in a second. This country has had the living crap robbed out of it, folks. The living crap has been robbed out of it by people like the Bushes and the Clintons and the Trumps and the Van. The whole thing's just disgusting. It's all disgusting, ladies and gentlemen. And, they just bought 250 Cadillac Escalades to drive their crooked fat asses around. Jets and billions for this, billions for that, and gilded Air Force Ones. They're just pissing money away on themselves while we're 40 trillion in debt. 40 trillion helicopter dollars. Yeah, the old scrip, the old reserve scrip, fiat helicopter scrip. Donald to John Trump. Man, I'll tell you what a doggy and pony show, right, Elon Musk? A dog and pony show.